Hello, and welcome to this week's special episode of Between Carlines. We are your hosts, Christy, Christina, and Jenna, and we are three moms trying to do life in the short daylight hours between car lines. On today's episode, we bring in our special guest and friend, Sally, and talk about our nice weekend trip to Charleston. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Welcome to our special episode of Between Carlines, where we are going to discuss our Charleston vacation since we just got back this morning at 1 a.m.
2 for me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Sally had the
journey.
Goodness. So, yeah, where should we start? I know Christina was taking notes throughout the trip of
I'm pulling up
different points we needed to touch on.
I feel like we should start at the very beginning, though, when we landed in Charleston and had to take an Uber to our hotel.
Yeah.
It's the best Uber ride ever.
Point.
So what kind of Uber did you order?
I ordered a regular Uber X, and the guy pulled up in an SUV and refused to take us because he said he could not take 4 people and that I needed to order an Uber XL. So I don't know the truth behind that because I'm not an avid Uber user, but the next guy that rolled up seemed to have no problem in his little Honda Accord.
Yeah, he had a much smaller car, too.
Fitting us all and our luggage in there. We only had one carry-on each. It wasn't like the first guy could have took us.
For sure.
I don't know what the rules are, but I don't know what his problem was, but he missed out. So
yeah, but the second guy was like a party in a car.
He was very excited for 4 ladies in one car. So
yeah, it was I was so happy that the first guy denied us. He was very excited. He just wanted to gossip. He wanted to tell us stories about people he's driven. And he was a storyteller. I'll give him that. I mean, he had us laughing so hard in that car with him. And then he was blasting this birthday song.
Yeah, he
birthday
dropped that
party
birthday beat.
Club music that I'd never heard before.
It was a jam.
yeah, it was very got the beat in there.
Yeah.
He showed us.
And he showed us some pictures that he probably shouldn't have showed us of some former passengers he's had.
To say he had no filter was like the least.
None.
Yeah, it was a little inappropriate and not PC, but I mean, I think it was just the shock factor. And but you can't really repeat some of the things he was saying because it's not appropriate.
No.
But
Is carrot fingers appropriate?
I don't know if carrot fingers are appropriate or bubble butts. But I also think he had this accent, and the way he said bubble butt was just gold.
I wonder how he figures out what story he's going to tell, because that story could have gone terribly wrong.
It did go terribly wrong.
It did, but he could really, really offend somebody, and
I mean, he kind of offended me. And I'm pretty hard to offend.
I definitely couldn't look him in the eye. That's for sure.
But it was a 20-25 minute ride. It was very quick. Anyway, so then we get to the hotel and just chilled at the hotel that night. That was nice. Go to bed early. And then what do we do the next day?
Walking tour. Right? Yeah, walking tour.
Oh yeah, we did the walking tour.
Yes.
Sally led us on. Oh, by the way, everybody, this is Sally. We didn't even...
All the listeners are like,
Sally,
what is this voice?
Yeah, I know.
I'm the good time.
When you do your intro, you can
When I
introduce
record
her
the intro, I'll have to say, like, and our friend Sally joins us for our special episode, but it was just the four of us in Charleston. So we said, Sally, get on your computer tonight. We got to record this.
So Sally provided us with a fabulous historical walking tour through the city.
Yeah, I found the, what was it, GPS My City app, and we had a little free trial with the audio, and I thought it was great. They touched on a lot of stuff. Just using that one little app, it was super easy for four ladies to cruise the town on foot, see all the sights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I loved is how walkable everything. We walked everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We
walked
walked
a lot.
miles and miles and miles.
But the weather was so nice, so it
was
wasn't bad at
perfect.
all. Yeah. And our hotel was very centrally located to a lot of things,
Yeah.
which was nice.
We should back it up because I think we forgot to talk about the gifts that everybody secretly brought for the others. And
Yes.
people, if you're watching on video, you might be wondering why we all look like this.
Yeah, why we're all in matching pajamas. Oh, where's my pocket? Well, Jenna started off the gifts, even though it was her birthday. But that's
Yeah.
just Jenna.
Yeah. That is.
Setting the
These super cute koozies with Jenna's picture and Christina's picture, because we're celebrating both of their birthdays on this trip. How old were you guys in that picture?
For sure elementary. I think
Yeah.
I think mine is like first grade.
I
don't
think
know
mine's
exactly.
maybe like 8 or 9. I think 8. I think that's third grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked hard to get that picture from Christina's brother. Just like totally went behind her back and was like, "Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm Christina's friend." As awkward as possible.
Yeah,
But now I have a bunch
definitely
of
wasn't
really
expecting
great,
that.
a lot of really good pictures of Christina now from her younger years. I'm gonna pull them out when needed.
We'll see when those come out.
The good old blackmail box.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after Sally's walking tour, we went to the pool, and there were some good people watching.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I couldn't really see the people, so you guys will have to, from where I was, my vantage point was not as good as yours.
Jenna had the best. She got to see it
Yeah,
all.
it was this pool like up on the second floor, and it was mostly just adults, but some people took their adult wear a little too far maybe, and this chickadee walked up with an entire butt out, like it was like this big on her butt, like that was all that was there, and it was very thin, and she just kept doing these weird swimming things, like she was playing mermaids by herself. And she would like dive in and like lift her butt in the air, so everybody for sure saw.
It was extremely buoyant. Yeah, it was extremely buoyant. She had a hard time getting it back down there. But if you noticed, there was a life ring on the other side of the pool, and that thing was completely boxed in. So I was actually pretty grateful she was there. Her buoyancy made me feel safe, actually. Minus the little whoop. But yeah.
She could have saved us. Yeah, it was literally just this.
Yeah, it was
and,
both
like,
sides too, not just the back.
No.
Yeah.
The
You know,
front,
like,
there was
The front
no
was
for
a bigger
her.
problem.
Yeah, she had an amazing body and she rocked it completely. But
I'd love to
it
know
was-
her waxing routine because
Yeah, or her workout routine.
she was smooth.
But she was living her best life.
We
For
should have
sure.
asked her. Yeah, she didn't care.
Yeah. Hi, with your little swimsuit. Can you talk to me about your shaving and waxing possible workout routine? I'm Jenna.
Why don't you have any ingrown hairs? I'd like to know
Well,
what
we
you
weren't
do.
that close.
Well, we were when she walked right by us. I was
did.
eye level.
So you did have the best view. Really, you did have the best view, I think. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we can
Because
like.
I was like, dang, she's smooth.
So,
I
Yeah.
couldn't see what she was doing in the pool. I couldn't see. They had one of these like handicap lift drop things to get handicapped people in the pool, and it was right in front of me, so I couldn't see her doing her dolphin or mermaid, whatever you guys.
It was one of the two.
A little of both, even at times.
Maybe she
I think so.
identifies as a mermaid.
Maybe. Good for her. But yeah, the pool was definitely good people watching and listening to people's conversations.
Yeah, that was really good. There were a lot of girl groups, like at our pool and just out in general. A lot of bachelorette parties. It was, there were a lot.
They were everywhere, and all in pink.
Yeah, what is the white and pink? Is that a Charleston thing, do you think? Or is just because Barbie came out recently? Or, I mean, I don't know. It was a lot of that Barbie pink.
No, I think they just asked the bride what color they want. I saw black where all of them were wearing black and the bride was wearing white too. Like if Jenna were to get married again, we'd probably all wear green and she'd wear white because that's Jenna's favorite color.
I would wear green and y'all can wear white. We'll flip that around. I don't need to be in white. I am too pale to wear white. But there were a lot of very intoxicated bachelorette party.
Well, yeah.
Groupies.
Always the way.
Then Friday night we went to Dueling Pianos. Oh no. Wait.
We went to dinner first.
Dinner. How could I forget the dinner?
Oh, the dinner.
Yes.
A very fancy Italian dinner. Right?
Yes. Where the tables were very close together. So the couple that came in and sat right next to us decided it would be a perfect time to just air out all the problems in their relationship.
But they didn't
start
start
at the beginning
like
of
that.
them, because in the beginning, they were good. They were holding hands across the table.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah,
so cute. They were choosing their wine.
It was very cute. I mean, I suspected an engagement. I mean, they were like really, really gazing into each other's eyes in the beginning.
Yeah, and he sat next to her and canoodled to pick their fancy bottle of wine. And then they got the fancy bottle of wine. And then
downhill.
She spilled the fancy bottle of wine.
Did she spill the bottle or just a glass? I heard something fall.
No, just her glass, I think. Yeah, I think she spilled a glass.
I didn't look over, but I definitely heard what was going on.
Yeah, I think he got upset and maybe rolled his eyes.
And I'll get you every time.
Knocking her
for knocking
wine
over. And then it really went downhill.
She said at one point, she's like, I know I knocked a bottle or a cup over earlier or the other day too. Like maybe it's
this is a recurrent thing she seems to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it got pretty uncomfortable because she was mad and she was not letting it go, and he was trying to apologize and trying to get her to quiet down, but she did not care.
Yeah, I mean, he should have really got a hero's medal for that.
He was getting the shush in there. He's like, shh, like looking around. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, she didn't, and she was loud. I mean, and the tables, we should say the tables were like 8 inches apart, so we were really intimately close to them. And we got to hear the whole thing until we skedaddled as quickly as possible. But I think I also heard it. This is why we can't go out to fancy dinners.
Yeah, I heard that.
And she kept saying, well, just leave. If you want to go, just leave. And then he said something, and she's like, I'll leave. I'm leaving. And I'm like, you both can't leave at the same time. You haven't paid your bill. So,
thankfully, we all left instead.
Yeah. Thankfully, that was the end of our meal.
Yeah, we should have turned to them and been like, excuse me, no problem. We'll leave.
We'll go. You can take our table.
Oh, man.
It was awkward.
Yeah, very awkward. But then we went to the piano bar, where we found like the opposite couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were so cute. So cute.
So also very intimate seating, tables very close. And I'll say the table next to us, we were 4 at a table, and we couldn't even all really fit at the table because the table was a small table also. And then this guy comes up to the empty table next to me, which had like 2.5 chairs, basically 3. I think they squished in there. And he's like, "Oh, can we sit here?" And I'm thinking like, one of them's going to sit on one side, one's going to sit on the other.
Yeah.
But they were like too cute for that, so they had to sit on the same side.
Yeah.
And so it was a little intimate of a setting there. But Christy, I think it was your beignets that really hit it off with them.
Oh yeah, he saw the beignets and I was like, "Yep, there they are on the menu. Get those."
Yeah, I think he was like, "What are those like some kind of a donut? Is that on the menu?"
Yeah.
He ended up with like 2 orders
so he
of them.
ordered a few orders of beignets over the course of the night. And then they started slowly kind of telling us about their relationship, and they've been only dating 6 months, but they moved together.
Oh, it was only 6 months? Oh, I did not know that.
Only 6 months, but they had moved together for him to go to grad school or some kind of like upper level schooling. And I think they had only been in town for maybe a short amount of time. They had just moved, he said. And so a song came on that I liked. So I said something to them about like, "Oh, my advice to you," I said, "Are you married?" First of all, and they weren't. So I said, "Oh, my advice to you when you get married is to pick a classic song that will like kind of come up and you'll hear it over the course of time, so that you don't pick like some trendy song now and then you never hear it again." And they go, "Well, we don't need song advice. Give us your best relationship advice." And that like really puts a girl on the spot. I'm over here singing piano tunes, right? So what I told them was I would hit you guys with it on the podcast, because at that point they already knew we had a podcast, and he was like following us. So shout out Lauren and Mike, hey! But you guys, I told them that you guys would give them relationship advice on this podcast. So what do you got?
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me go first so nobody takes mine. I'll say don't sweat the small stuff, and it's okay to fight. Fight it out. Don't hold it in. Fight it out. Do what you need to do and move on. When you hold it in, that hurts. Hurts you or hurts him. So that's my best advice. And a 5:30 alarm. You do what you got to do. Keep the magic there.
This is my fault because I told them about the podcast.
You did.
Yeah. I would just say, like life gets so busy, and then if you do end up having kids down the line, just scheduling time for each other, because if you don't, sometimes like weeks and weeks will go past and you haven't gone on a date. So I think like a weekly or bi-weekly, whenever it allows, like a date night, just the two of you get away. And
that's even probably good advice for them now, because she's a professional and he's like going to be going to grad school. So I'm sure they're going to be very busy, but to still make sure to do that is very good advice.
I would say like figure out like what each other's like love language is, like what they need, like, like words of affirmation, all of that kind of stuff, like what they need. And even if that's not your love language, make sure you're giving that to them so that they, are feeling the love as well. Figure out like what it is that they need, because it's not all about you sometimes.
Yeah. And we don't need to go in a deep dive, but if you want to Google, you can Google the 5 love languages with your partner and figure out which one you are.
Yep.
Well, there you go. There's the
What's your advice,
I certainly gave it to them that night, Jenna. gosh, what do you think I am? No, I don't think I
our
actually.
listeners.
I didn't give them any advice that night. I literally was like, gosh, y'all just put me on the spot. No, my advice that I try to do is to not go to bed angry. So, like to remember, like if I'm mad one day, to try to like hash it out within that same day, so that we're not waking up and continuing on with the funk. So that's the piece I'll throw out there.
That's all good advice. That's all great advice.
Yeah. Great advice. A great night. That was a lot of fun that night.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, if you've never been to a dueling piano bar before, like you need to go. Well, I guess if you like music, then you need to go. If you don't like music, then don't do that.
Take it off your list.
But I feel like they have them in most, I don't know, at least the bigger cities.
Yeah.
I don't know where our listeners are from, but there's one, if you're around the Tampa area, there's one up in Wesley Chapel.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one was fun. We went
and then
there
Charleston, John King Bar and Grill was the name of the place we went. And I thought they had 3 guys alternating and taking breaks. I thought they were great.
Mm-hmm. They included drums. I really liked that. Give it an extra beat. Yeah.
It was a good time. And they played some good music. I think that's why we clicked with Lauren and Michael also, because they are similar age, I guess, as us. So the songs they were requesting, we all liked. And
Guess it depends who we're talking about.
Not the old ladies.
Not the old ladies.
Wouldn't you say they were in their young 30s, right?
Yeah. That's nowhere near mine.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I've been there for a while.
Millennials. We're all millennials, so they wanted to listen to like 90s and that's all.
Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah, similar taste in music for sure. All right, so then that ended that night.
You didn't want to mention any of the other groups that were there at the piano bar?
Oh, did you have, who else was at the piano bar, Sally?
Well, I feel like you need to honorable mention the bachelorette parties. They do their crazy thing up there.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
They're just the one bride. The one bride and bachelorette were just got up and were dancing in front of everybody and
really going at it. But you know what? I feel like this girl and her bride, I guess I would say, she was like, you know what? Don't make a fool of yourself up there. I'm going to do whatever you do and like 100 times worse. So this is going to be the best night of your life. Like that was the feel for them. I feel like, the ride and die, like, I got you, girl. If you're falling down, I'm falling down too. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, they were having fun for sure.
All right. I feel like I think that was the day we ate at Hyman's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we should shout them out because like Eli Hyman took a little piece of my heart that day when he brought his little lobster roll over.
First of all, it starts with a fresh hush puppy when you walk in the door.
Yeah, right.
There's
when
like
you
a
walk
guy
up
out there
to the door.
He's serving hush puppies.
Yeah,
no,
you're getting.
They
hush
don't even
puppies.
know if you're. They don't even know if you're considering going in the door yet, and they've thrown hush puppies at you.
Oh, they were
great
so
start.
good.
Yeah, that was a cool spot. Good food.
And the owner came around.
That's where I had my she crab. Yeah, I had my she crab soup there. It was delicious. But yeah, the owner, I was surprised to see him coming out. A lot of owners don't do that nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Especially
a
on a
family-owned
Friday
business.
afternoon.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend them to anyone going to the Charleston area. Hyman Seafood.
Yeah, they were good. All right, so then we go to day 2. We did some souvenir shopping. We had a lunch at the Mexican place. What was it called? Matador.
Mm-hmm.
Matador.
Matador. We did more pool people watching.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as good as day 1, but
No,
the people watching.
it's still
but
entertaining.
It was good.
No, it was a lot of young girls talking about their therapists in the pool.
They're college therapists. Like they're fresh out of college. We are on different levels
and
there.
the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, And then we did dinner at the Oak Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to the Murder Mystery Theater, and that's really where the magic happened that day. So it starts out with Sally smelling someone's cookie, right, Sally? Didn't you smell someone's cookie there?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. We were in the Black Fedora, right? That's what it's called, the Black Fedora. And they have all these desserts, and it smelled so good in there. And I leaned over and I said, I smell something. I smell a really good cookie. This cookie smells really good.
No, you said, I smell someone's cookie. Someone's cookie.
I smell a cookie and it smells really good. It was something like that. Something about someone's, a cookie. Someone's cookie. Someone has a cookie and it smells really good. Like that cookie. It was the best.
Well, then Christy smells, a few minutes later, Christy smells volcano cake. And I started
that
to
was
chuckle.
on the menu, and
It
we
was.
ordered that, and
It
so
was.
I smelt them baking it.
And I
But
started
you
to
were
chuckle.
like, so she started laughing at that, and she goes, well, Sally smells. And before she even finished her sentence, because I just, in my head, I thought it was going to be something really funny. Like Sally just said, it smells like bad in here. And I'm saying it smells like our volcano cake that we ordered. I took a sip of my iced tea and it just came out.
Everywhere.
It was a spit take.
Across the table, down my legs. People in front of us are looking to see what's going on. Ugh.
Christy and I had to forfeit our portion of the game because it was covered in regurgitated iced tea.
Yeah, the detective game that you write. You were writing names down, yeah.
But it was one of those things where I did it and then I couldn't stop laughing. And then I would look over at you guys and you guys are laughing. Not Jenna. Jenna's just looking disgusted at the whole event.
I missed everything.
I don't know these people at all.
Jenna wanted to leave at that point.
I was trying to win the detective game. I was very into it.
Yeah, you guys were.
We did good.
Man, that was, and then the people in front of us turned around because it was just a mess.
Oh man. And then Sally and Christy had speaking parts in it.
Yeah, so it was a murder mystery comedy, and they only had 4 actual actors in it, and then everyone else that wanted to play a part got a script. And it was really fun, I thought.
Yeah, so
it was fun.
Tell them about your parts, what you had to do.
Okay, so I was a reporter, but in the description, I was a loser. So I had to act like I had no self-esteem. And when I read the script, I was like, I have no idea what's happening here. But then when the play started, it was starting to make much more sense. Sally?
I was one of 3 happy hippies. I was happy hippie number 3. And my part was basically some sort of like chilled, layback rhyme sort of thing. And then I had to dance. I know, something like this for those that are watching. It's a bad dance. So basically whatever I did would have worked. So, you know. But it was fun to get up and be a part. Yeah. They tried to get Jenna to conga, but we were going to do it. I held her down.
It wasn't happening.
Yeah, Jenna.
Yeah, they had non-speaking roles, but Christina and Jenna did not want to even volunteer for that.
Well,
so.
Okay, but the non-speaking role is almost like more nerve-wracking than the speaking role because you literally have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dance.
All the dancers.
Yeah.
With a duster.
They made him go. Well, they made him go up there. I think those were the non-speaking ones. Yeah, the foo-foo dusters. Yeah.
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 No, I didn't want to do that either.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So there was that, and then at the end, someone proposed to his girlfriend.
That was wild.
Yeah, so Scott proposed, And
you know all the names?
How do you know their names?
Because I had to, I videoed it for them, and then I airdropped it to their phone, and it said like Scott's phone. I said, "Oh, are you Scott?" And he said, "Yeah." So then I airdropped it to his phone.
Oh, yeah.
So Scott proposed, and then we were leaving, and the 2 of the 4 actors stopped us to talk to Christy, the loser reporter, and say that she was the best loser they've seen in 12 years of doing that show.
Can't believe that. But they didn't say that to anybody else. So why would they?
No, they were being serious.
You played a good loser.
That's crazy to me. But I mean, it felt nice. Not going to lie. I'll take it. Well, when he handed me the script, because they're like, raise your hand, whoever wants to participate. And then they went around to everyone whose hands were raised to like hand them different scripts. So when he got to me, he's like, okay, I have this loser. And I feel like he felt bad giving it to me. He's like, but it's a funny role. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, whatever. I mean, the first guy that stood up and had to talk said he had hemorrhoids. So I'm glad I didn't get that wrong.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
That line. I didn't have to say anything too crazy, but.
You know when you like see a movie at the theater and then the credits roll and then there's like something after the credits?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's that called?
Bonus reel? I don't know.
Okay, let's just call it a bonus reel or the post credits or whatever. Okay, maybe I can put the video of you being a loser at the end of this episode. It'll be like it'll be the bonus reel after the credits. So for anyone listening, stay for after the credits and you can hear Christy being the loser. And then the
world's best
bonus reel will be Sally being the hippie. Yeah, so you got to stay after the credits for those 2, and we'll see if we can pop those in there.
I did feel like that if maybe I wanted a job there, they would have at least given me a shot at it after that.
Maybe you could do a seasonal work or something at the very least.
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah. Intern. Unpaid. Yeah.
You know what would be cool is Steve's always hosting things at his that studio in St. Pete, like different fun nights for them to do like a murder comedy night. He could write the script, and I don't know if they could do food, but they could definitely do alcohol because they did that for the last one. But maybe they could do like desserts and stuff too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It was a fun concept, so
yeah, for sure.
I'll pitch it.
All right, so that was the end of that night. We went back and got ready for bed and all that, right? And then in the morning, I had a nightmare.
Did you ever?
I guess. That's what they tell me. Anyway,
I wish it was recorded. I really do.
So good.
I was reaching for my phone. That's how I knew exactly what time it was, because I was reaching for my phone to start recording you. Because I'm like, she's never going to believe that she said these things.
So when you're saying you're reaching for your phone, it must have happened twice. Because I'm telling you, the first time, like everybody was still asleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I would not doubt that she did it before that.
And I think we should also note that supposedly the hotel's haunted, because to me that makes the story even funnier, because I think it kind of creeped you guys out, like I was needing an exorcism or something.
Something.
But okay, since I'm the
ahead and say
actor
what
of
you
the group,
go ahead.
I'll do my rendition of Christina having her nightmare. Please help me. Please help me, Mommy.
And then something about he won't let me go. It was like I can't get around him, or he won't let me go. It was.
And then so Jen and I are sharing a bed, and Sally and Christina are sharing a bed. So I'm like, I knew Jenna was awake because it was What time did I say it was?
Like
It was
four-
like
almost
4:57,
5:08.
I think.
4:57, and like Jenna's up at this time. So I could tell Jenna was kind of up. So I like smack her, like, you're getting this, right? Like, you're hearing this. Not on your face, like I hit your leg or something.
Yeah.
And then you like made a movement to like, yeah, I'm hearing it.
But like you hear, like you're not supposed to like
So
talk
then
to
in the
him.
morning, I said to Christina, I said, well, either you were having a nightmare or a ghost took over your body.
And at first she was like, no. And then we were like, you yelled mommy, and you're like, yes.
The mommy thing.
She just started laughing. If I were me, I would have been like, yeah, right, guys. Like,
No,
I don't
because-
talk in my sleep. But she's like, no, I know I do this all
I
the
do.
time. So
Yeah, I know I do, because my husband has to wake me up every couple months with one of these. So but I told him the story when I got home. He goes, well, did they wake you? I said, no, they just listened to what happened. They didn't even wake me.
I said to Jenna, if you had kept on, I definitely would have woke you because it made me so sad for you. But you stopped after that.
She would have woken you up after she recorded some. And then she was
Yeah,
like, okay, wakey, wakey.
of course. Yeah, we need the recording for the pod.
That would have been the post bonus reel.
Oh, we didn't even say. Did we tell everyone about? Yeah, we did about the pajamas. Sorry,
Yeah, we told them about the pajamas.
we held them up,
remember?
but Sally
we did
made
like
them. Sally made them.
Yeah, she embroidered them,
Embroidered
Yeah.
them.
monogrammed
Love
them.
a good monogram.
I don't think we said where we stayed. Did we say where we were staying?
Oh,
No,
but
we
you can
didn't.
tell them now.
Yeah, we stayed at the Mills House. Mills House Hotel, right there. Like we were saying, great location. Yeah, we had an awesome view of the pool. So we did some people watching up there from our windows. So, no, it was a very nice place.
Yeah,
It was
It was
really
nice.
nice. But I will have to say, don't let them scam you like they did us, where we thought we were going to get. It said in the listing like we would get these water bottles. So
Yeah.
in Jenna's cute little gift to all of us, there were stickers. She's like, these are for when we get to the hotel, and you can put all these stickers on your water bottles, because they had hydration stations all over the hotel. I don't know, that was like their gimmick. So we were all excited, and then they're like, no, you get one per room. Oh, there you go. Sally's
there's the
holding up the
stickers.
pictures, the stickers.
I got them. Yeah. Does that look like me?
there they are.
Yeah.
A fancy
So then
Sally.
the entire stay, we were trying to figure out how we could get 3 extra of these water bottles.
and not pay
And
$20
our
a
room
piece.
was right next to the cleaning lady's closet with all the supplies, which she left open almost all day. And we did find them clear as day in the room.
Oh, they were so close. So close right there. Just,
Yeah, but we couldn't do it. But
Yeah.
we definitely joked about, like, every time we walked by that room, grabbing a few.
Yeah, and then the one time I used the one that we had, I am drinking from it, and then I realized I left the paper inside of it. Had the instructions with it the whole time. Oh man. Yeah, so I think that was. So day 3, because I woke up with a nightmare. And then we did some walking, some souvenir shopping. This was the last day of the trip.
We did a lot of walking. We did
did
8 miles.
walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Poogan's Porch,
It was
Yeah.
good.
which was another cool restaurant with some ghost
That's like
story
a
history.
staple Charleston. I think it's probably one of the most famous restaurants there, right? That was the
It comes
feeling
up
I
on
was
all the
getting.
searches. Like, let me look
Yeah.
that up.
It's also haunted.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a historic renovated home. So I think that's the appeal to it. You know, you get to go into the fancy little home setting. But our waiter had a good story. Our waiter had a good story with photos. Well, he was there one day and a family was sitting down. And he says that, everybody asked me, is this place haunted? Have you seen any ghosts? One, that's famous for Pugin is a dog they had. So the dog ghost is famous for brushing up against your leg while you're eating. And then apparently there's an apparition of a sister from another young girl that shows up. But anyway, so we're asking him, and he goes, ghosts aren't real. But one day I had this family, and they were taking a photo of their daughter while they were eating. And as they were leaving, they showed the manager, and they said, "Oh, this looks kind of weird, right?" So then he starts showing us this picture, and he starts off, and all you can see is the table setting, and you can see the little girl and her plate and stuff, and the knives set just so. And then he covers that up, and he says, "Okay, now you see on this picture, you still see the food, you see the knife," and then he moves his hand, and there's some sort of weird shadowy like head, almost like eyes looking like somewhere towards the window. And he's like, "I don't know. Can you explain it?" Maybe, maybe not. What was it? What do you guys think? Was it like apparition? Do you think there's a glare out there? How do you guys feel about that?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird. It kind of looked like a witch hat, like it was like a pointed hat with eyes, but that really doesn't line up with the ghosts that supposedly haunt the place. So I think it was probably just a shadow, or it didn't give me the EBGBs or anything looking at it.
My take on it was I wanted it to be more. I wanted that picture to look more like an old lady's face or something. To me, it looked like
a dog in the window,
like some kid drew a smiley face in the picture, which was weird, but it wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we left brunch and saw like on the cobblestone road, side road, like a priest, deacons. 50 church leaders walking down the road, and we're like, what is going on? Is this like a funeral? Are they like, what are they doing? And so we're watching, and they're walking by, and I'm kind of like, they were holding pamphlets in their hands, so I was obviously trying to read a pamphlet as they walked by. So then that was when that guy started passing us, and it was a Eucharist processional, which I've never heard of. I was unfamiliar with it, but it was kind of cool. There was like little girls throwing flowers on the street.
Rose petals. So they was like,
a trail.
They were singing as they walked. I thought it was kind of cool to see once. I had definitely never seen that before. Yeah. So just something to mention. And then of course this was our last day, so we took our sailboat ride, which was cool. A harbor sailboat thing. Tour, I guess. And Sally and Christy got to hoist the sails up. How did that feel?
I know. I still don't have that video. You got to send it to me later.
Okay, I'll try to resend it. That'll be also, what is it? The post credits. There's going to be a lot of extra credits in this one.
Well, we had to do it simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
Then it wasn't just our fault. In the beginning, she gave us the wrong ropes.
Yeah.
So we got it halfway up, and then she's like, "Oh no!" And then we had to switch the ropes. But Sally's jacked, and I'm not, so she did. She did much better than me at it.
It was fun. We got to get up and do something like that. It was more intimate than like your standard, harbor tour or whatever. And the captain, he was like a no-nonsense guy.
Yeah.
Especially for the poor youngins that tried to get on right at 2. We're leaving the dock at 2.
Yeah, they really cut it close. I thought we cut it close when we went to the wrong dock.
I know.
We were good.
Yeah, we had to puff it over to the right dock, but those girls were really cutting it close. So the sailboat, and then after that, we basically got the Uber back to the airport, which was another interesting driver.
Yes.
She was telling us all about her daughter's upcoming bachelorette party and how she needed
lots of ones.
The amount of times she said she needed ones was
She's going to use her money gun to blast the ones, and her boyfriend was not happy about it, but she doesn't care. And then her advice, speaking of relationship advice, her advice for us when we got home, I wrote it down, direct quote, have some good vodka drinks on the plane, and then tell your husband, let me mesmerize it until the AM.
She definitely said mesmerize it.
She kept saying mesmerized. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I got home and I mesmerized it, girls.
And she said she did just give him the fingers. Let me mesmerize this.
Oh man, yeah. So, and then of course we were supposed to be home much earlier, but our flight got delayed, and
Yeah.
we hung out at the airport for like 4 or 5 hours. It seemed like
It was
Wow.
long. Yeah.
And,
Not a whole lot to do
and
in
then-
that airport either.
No,
tiny
it was
airport.
a tiny,
It's very
tiny
small.
airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hard to believe that's an international airport with how tiny it is.
Right.
Mhm.
Just two little, what do you call it? Two little wings, I guess. Two.
Mhm.
But yeah, we made it back home.
And the kids woke up real early.
They did.
Sure.
Oh, they
Like,
did.
why are you awake?
Yeah.
But it was a really good trip.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was a
It
great
was so
weekend.
fun. It was nice to just get away and relax and not have to worry about the kids and the men so much. So
And eat good
Yeah.
food.
We ate a lot
Yeah.
of
Good
food.
food. Yeah.
yeah,
Big shout
there's
out to-
not so much good food here in my fridge when I got home. So
Same here. But I did want to give a big shout out to Sally and Christy who planned the entire
Yes.
trip, and like Jenna and I didn't even really
We
know
just
it.
showed up.
Many, if any, details before we left. It was just like we're going on this trip, and,
Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
but it was
you guys are very
planned
welcome.
impeccably
You guys
Yeah.
did an amazing job. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Christina and I
It
just
was
followed
fun.
along. That's what our job
Allie
was.
and I are open for business. Vacation
There you
planning.
go.
We'll make you a cute little itinerary too.
Oh, the
Fancy
itinerary was so
jammies.
cute. It matched the
You gotta
jammies.
pop it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have to pop up a picture of that.
Yeah,
matched
and
the
then that way
jammies.
people can see all the restaurants we went to. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
you didn't shout out that Italian restaurant because that
Oh.
was probably one of the best meals.
I couldn't remember the name. Is it Vincent or
Vincent.
Victor?
Vincent
Vincent.
Chico.
Vincent
Chico's.
Chico's. It was so
Mm.
good. That chicken
was
piccata.
good.
The
is
chicken
the
piccata.
best.
I will
The
be
best.
dreaming about that chicken
Like,
piccata.
That beat any steak, hands
Not
down.
Christina's types of
So
dreams,
good.
but
Please help me. I ran out of piccata.
feed me the piccata, mommy.
Ah. It was so good.
Christina's never living that down.
No.
You know what? I'm glad to provide entertainment on this trip. Thank you.
Unknowingly.
So funny. Oh, man.
I did total up our mileage, how much we
Oh,
walked on this trip.
Walked. Oh, good.
And we did 20 miles over 3
Ooh.
days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
That's
like
good, though.
52,000 steps.
Wow.
I feel
That
like we
makes them
did.
happy because we
had to
ate a
walk
lot,
all that
so
food.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I'm not mad about it.
yeah. Yeah, but great trip.
Yeah. Happy 40th.
All right. Thanks for joining us on this special bonus episode of Between Carlines, where we rehashed our Charleston vacation and had our special guest, Sally.
Yay!
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Between Carlines is hosted by Miss Christy, Miss Christina, and Miss Jenna. Music by Lindsay Anderson, edited and produced by Miss Christina. Don't forget to subscribe and check back next week for an all-new episode. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, this is probably a loser question because I'm sort of a loser. But could I get the cell number for that tiny gentleman of the evening? You see, along with my low morals and low self-esteem, I also have low expectations.
Get into pimping so much. Would you have a question for me?
Well, I suppose I'd like to know more about the 3 words.
Lady, what 3 words?
The 3 words written in blood by the dying man's own hand.
Okay, yes, in fact, one of those 3 words was a name. Right?
Yes, foo-foo. You said that already. But what were the other 2 words?
Oh, I'm sorry, she wants to. I don't know the other 2.
You what?
They were so hard to see. They were down there, and I don't have my glasses and this belt. And so the best I could make out was blah, blah, foo-foo. That was what was written. Blah, blah, foo-foo.
You're sort of a loser detective.
I get that.
But I guess it takes one to know one. Yeah, would you maybe sing the happy birthday song?
Yeah. Is it your birthday?
No, but it's always someone's birthday.
You know what? That's a good point, actually. Is anyone celebrating their birthday this week? Any birthdays? Yes. Stand up, hippie. Stand up. Stand up, please. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah. Stand up. 3. We got 3. Anybody else? Yeah. What's your first name? Miriam? Ariel. Beautiful. This is Ariella, right? Say happy birthday, Ariella.
Happy birthday.
Stand up. What's your first name? Hippie? Or out here out on the street.
Hippie Ellie.
Hippie Ellie? Ellie. This is Ellie. Say happy birthday, Ellie.
Happy birthday.
First name? Brianna.
Happy birthday, Brianna.
Can we do this?
Happy birthday to you.
And like this.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Well done. Happy birthday.
I have a follow-up question.
Not going to give you the time, guys. Phone.
Okay, thank you.
Yo. Flashback is the man, yo. Innocent as a lamb, yo. A brother like no other. Hear me, 'cause I don't stutter. He's trustworthy as a mother. I ain't talking trash. Can't count on him like cash. Ain't no better than the Flash. That's my rhyme. Now somebody give me a beat one time.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Get up!